Hola. Bueno,
Hello, good morning to you all. Good morning to all of you following us through streaming. To me, as president of the Foundation Cibervoluntario, it is a pleasure to welcome you to Live 22. As you know, for several years we could not undertake this, and to us, this event it was not the same thing to do it online rather than on site. The soul of the event is precisely the exchange, the connection, the sharing between the speakers and the audience, between coffee breaks in the corridors, and to build together through technology a better world. So to me, it is a huge pleasure to be capable, after 14 editions, to be here with all of you again, face to face, and to be able to listen throughout these 2 days to people who I believe are amazing, that are really inspiring, that I have been chasing through email for several years relentlessly. And I'm keen to listen to all of you, building all of you through the tools that you have available, a better world from the younger generation, like Carla Caro, the up-and-coming generation, or people like Endena, who have been huge influencers through the internet for several years and making the internet reach out to everyone, or Isis, who is going to close this seminar. And I think it's essential, everything that they're building and how the economy of a continent can be improved by just one person. And in between, let me tell you that there are a lot of people that we're going to be capable of listening to, like Irina, who's going to talk about the importance of decentralization in internet, Fabrizio, who's going to have some opening words, who I consider one of the fathers of next generation internet, who always placed a bet on having stronger profiles in Europe, profiles like him in social innovation and people-centered internet, and Francisco Mico, who has been working for several years so that all of us, not just children but also adults, can learn to code and to program, to build, which I believe is essential. And Kriti with the artificial intelligence in order to improve, and everyone from next generation internet. There's 10 of you. I cannot mention you all. Apologies, but I hope that this afternoon we're going to be able to listen to you one by one, because we're talking about disruptive technologies that we're building in Europe so that we are pioneers and different, but always from the standpoint of how we build through values socially, building up by fostering trust, protecting privacy, changing the world, but always preserving human rights, which I believe is of the utmost importance. And also people like Ana Daneves, representing the UNTAD, the United Nations in Science and Technology for Development, with practical examples like Maria Perez, who is also working on that, building the AI part, and also the development of skills and competencies. We have Eve, the largest and the most important representative, working with EXCOM and YesCom to help us build all those skills. And also Liliana, with everything that has to do with liquid democracy and social digital innovation, and Francisco Dabreo with the digital constitutionalism. I could say a lot more words, but I think we have an amazing event ahead of us, and this would not be possible without the people that support us for this to render a reality, this event. The town hall from Malaga, we have been holding the last 12 editions here, and they have always lent us a huge support. It is an honor to have the presence of Susana representing IT with a vision, powerful, young. There's a lot of women in this event. I like to see that the talent is also spread through powerful women that want to build something up, something great. And also Rosa representing entrepreneurship from Andalucía, Emprende. Because in Andalucía, I believe that we're doing things right. And I think that we need to render the talent that we're building up more visible. And then Fabrizio is going to talk about everything that has to do with Europe in the digital social innovation. I leave it at that. I don't want to talk too much. I am here to listen, as Ina mentioned, to learn, and I am here. I'm talking selfishly, but to me, to rise up the head once a year, to let myself be inspired and let myself go by the flow, by the emotions, by the capacity that you have, all of you, to be working on a day-to-day basis, striving towards something greater is something that inspires me, and that is the fuel for me throughout the rest of the year. And I always seek for this kind of inspiration. So, not more to say. This is a gift for me, and I would like to share it with all of you. And thank you very much for being here.
Buenos días a todos.
Good morning to you all. I'm Susana Carillo, delegate for innovation at the Town Hall of Malaga. To us, it is a huge honor to be here with you today, being part of this reality. It is a huge pleasure to share this table with Fabrizio, with Rosa, and to open this event where we're going to be capable of listening to these fantastic speakers who are going to inspire us and who are going to share projects that we're going to be keen to replicate in our cities for sure. Let me re-emphasize what I said in the press conference. I insist that the city of Malaga, for many years, has been placing a bet on innovation and transformation in the city, both in terms of technological transformation and social transformation. It is key to us to render this city as open as possible, a city that gives a huge welcome to everyone boasting ideas, streamlining projects, and who need to test it in cities. Innovation projects not necessarily need to be performed in the labs. They can be tested in the city. So why not test it in a city? Because this is going to give you the end result of the conditioning and limiting factors that are going to make your project turn feasible. And if you're capable of testing that in a living lab like our city, I think we think it is fantastic. For several years, since 2008 and 2009, we started receiving many innovation projects. We signed consortia with companies, collaboration agreement, and the four helix model that fosters collaboration between the private sector, the technological companies, and at the same time collaborating with the know-how holders, universities, and also the administration. We need to facilitate basically the projects from our municipality, and we basically grease all those cogs of the wheel. And in the center of that helix, we find the citizen, because we want to improve the services that we render to the citizens and the quality of life of everyone. And this is going to help us build a future. And that's our mission, and that's the line that we are working towards with the limited resources available. Obviously, we would like for them to be higher, but the resources that we have available, we put them at your disposal. And let me insist, if you have good ideas and if you're dreaming about achieving next generation funds, where or if you're dreaming about presenting a consortium, please knock on our doors because our town hall is going to study your project and we're going to help you become we're going to help you turn this into a reality. I would like to thank the organizers for holding this event. I hope this is going to be a really fruitful, successful day where we're going to learn a lot so that we can share it and continue to help build a better city for everyone and better cities, ultimately, for everyone. I would like to thank you for your attendance, and I hope that we can see each other again next year. Thank you. Thank you, Susana. Rosa Sile. Thank you very much, Yolanda, Susana, Fabrizio, whom I'm going to be listening to quite intently. The title of the event is not by chance. It's really powerful what's going to happen today and tomorrow. And I would like to share with you the acknowledgement for the work that you have been putting in. The event is 14 years old, but you have been working at this for 16 years. And I would like to acknowledge the work that you do in collaboration with entities like ours, the Town Hall, in a fantastic liaison with the European Union and with those points of change and perspectives for transformation. And also, thank you for allowing ourselves to interact. This is the Noah's Ark of digital transformation. This happens once a year, and we need to leverage that. We in Andalucía, Emprende, this is a message for entrepreneurs in the room. Those of you aiming to work in Andalucía or develop your activity here, we're here to help. This is an entity that is working as a network in Andalucía with an office on a street level. All of you know this. Well, many of you know this. And what we do is we gather your ideas, we listen to that, as we mentioned before, and we make this idea come true. We help you turn this into a feasible, viable project. Obviously, the situation right now is very complicated, but we understand that what an idea needs is to become viable, feasible for entities, and to talk about the challenges of the world and how, through innovative entrepreneurship, leveraging technology, we can cater to the needs. So Andalucía Emprende is here because we believe in innovative entrepreneurship, catering to the needs of cities, villages, people, and different groups of people. And the last message is that it's not just that we are a tool, we're also activists for entrepreneurship. In Andalucía Emprende, you have an open door. As Susana mentioned, we can introduce systemic changes. Sometimes when we're working with younger people, we ask the questions. Well, we have a TV streaming challenge which is called Empezar.tv, to start.tv. So we asked to some international youngsters, how would you like for the third season of this TV to be? And they were like, well, this is all about hacking the administration. No, it's just about providing us with some answers regarding how we can improve. In terms of teaching, you can tell us which are the proposals that you have, and you can also help us, provide us with proposals so that we can help young people render their projects feasible. And we quite humbly are going to be capable of reaching out to them. And there's a myriad of examples of how administration on a local and regional level is trying to make headway with all of you, because it's only with you, with your ideas, with your talent, with the will to revolutionize the world, that we can become relevant and useful. We hope that we can learn a lot. We hope that you're going to have lots of interactions, because at the end of the day, the important thing is to generate some sparks and to start working from that moment onwards. Thank you very much for sharing this with us, Yolanda. And whenever you talk about social innovation, entrepreneurship, and how technology can help us achieve a better world, I'm going to be, or we are going to be, by your side. Thank you. And I would also like to give the floor to Fabrizio. Thank you very much. I am very happy to be here in this wonderful city with its architecture, its fantastic spaces, and huge atmosphere and spirit. I'm going to try and talk in Spanish. Apologies for my Spanish, which is not perfect. And later on, I'm going to talk in English. It's going to be more difficult for you to spot the mistakes that I make in English, perhaps. And another reason that I'm happy today is that this is a special year for this industry. It is the year of the Declaration of Digital Rights and the Declaration of the Digital Commons. And we're going to talk about this later, but basically we're talking about some important policies that can boost a lot the development of open technologies for citizen-based applications and social applications. And at the end, most likely, the most important thing is that I'm happy because I can see that you are exactly the type of audience, the type of people that we're trying to attract, that we're trying to contact with through our initiatives, which are called Next Generation Internet. I don't see among the audience many of the usual suspects, so to speak, of the beneficiaries of programs of research of the European Union. I see really young people, many people that probably know very little of the programs of the European Commission, the hurdles, the administrative challenges that you need to overcome in order to participate. And I see a lot of women, which is something that makes me really happy and I'm really surprised about, because this is the first technological event where I see probably a majority of women among the audience. And this is something that makes me happy, because ultimately, this is one of the objectives that we're trying to achieve with this kind of programs. So I'm really positive and thrilled towards the end of this event to see how this is going to unveil and develop. Thank you very much. And later on, I'm going to give you some more details. So we hereby open this event. We're going to leave you with some videos where you can see, quite briefly, all the speakers that we have mentioned. And they're going to talk about their introduction. And we're going to prepare the scene and the stage to begin with Nina.